Goop and cat.
It's not struggle love. It's real black love. You know what I mean? It's real
Like,
black love.
yeah.
You know,
Like, right. They're not struggling. They're not
no,
subjecting
and they're
themselves. You see how?
I'm dying. That was so funny.
Baby, to play nice, baby, to be so cool, it's so hard. Baby, I'm struggling, baby, what you do?
You with bangs.
Oh, yeah. It's the wig girl. Just slap this shit on. It's like a hat.
It still counts.
Listen. Boop. Got my new hat.
I love new
Tired of
hat.
doing
I love it.
It's a new hat. Tired of doing my hair.
You
New hat.
look so cute.
Thank you. Look at you.
I
Look at you. Look at you. Did it seem to
feel
help
like
you?
I'm from like a Die Hard. I'm like a villain from a Die Hard movie.
Did it seem to help you?
No, thank God, because then how she'd be in here. No, she would not let me go. But when I walk out of this and she sees me for the first time, she's gonna be like touching my face.
Like,
so funny.
she's like,
Yeah.
oh.
When I tell you that I had trouble, this is the first time I put on fakies.
Oh, the lashes?
Yeah. But this was difficult.
That's funny. Can you still hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly, yes.
Okay. I was wondering why the mic wasn't lighting up. Now it's like,
Oh,
it
no,
wasn't lighting up before.
it's like just saying thank you.
Yeah, you see my nail? Of course, it popped off. One.
Again.
It's this one. Yes. I was
What the
complete.
I was
I don't know why
complete,
it's
and then
this
I
one.
wanted to-
And I'm just like, but why? It's this
Is
one. I
it
don't
the same one?
Yeah, it's my index finger, and I don't like poke people in the eye or anything. And
Usually that helps. Not poking
right.
people in the eye, right?
And it's not my middle finger,
Do
surprisingly.
you open Amazon boxes with it?
I try to use like my thumb, or like I'll use scissors or something. I don't,
Right.
you know what? When I type, I peck. I'm like a type and pecker.
You're a
So that
pecker?
just clearly means, so clearly that means I am not fit for like labor. I guess that's what my nails are telling me. So
They're like, no.
it's like, I can't.
Even the typing on the keyboard, they're like, this is too much.
It's too much. I can't. It's like, I can't. I just need to do text to speak. I mean, speech to text or something, because I can't. My fingers just.
Yeah, no. I mean,
No,
they're
clearly.
telling you what your truth is, and you need to listen.
Thank you. I wish my husband understand. I had to clean the bathroom today.
You what?
I cleaned the bathroom.
Look at you, you hard worker.
God. So labor intensive.
No labor intensive.
Like,
how long does it take you to clean the bathroom? Also, you guys have more than one bathroom.
We do. I only did one today. The other one, it's like, you'll be all right for right now. Just don't piss on the seats. Thanks.
It's a cycle, right?
It is. It's just one bathroom was like an hour. I'll take. It's not awful.
Okay.
It's not too bad.
That's still a lot.
I know, because you have to let the cleaning herbs like set. Like, I don't know, like I know Black people season their
little
their sink.
Yeah.
Yeah. We let it
with the
season.
Clorox powder. Do you do the Clorox powder?
The powder, Comet, Clorox, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Ajax, whatever, let it simmer in the toilet, then it simmers in the tub and simmers in the sink.
Yeah.
Because it's seasoning. Yeah, it's like a seasoning. Then you have your Fabuloso. I know you know about Fabuloso.
Oh, yeah.
The purple one, because it's a disinfectant. I need the disinfectant.
Right. It's the bathroom.
But that's right. I need to smell bleach and Fabuloso, or it's not clean.
Exactly.
I don't want any of that like organic shit. Like, I'm sorry. I love the environment, but I need bleach for my
I feel that. Yes, I feel that 100%.
There's shit there.
I mean, there's shit stains. You got to take care of the shit stains. You can't be like throw oregano at it and expect.
Right, like, herb, just put some vinegar. No. Vinegar's cool, but I need bleach to exercise the little shit demons.
Right. But you want to see it sparkle.
In the bathroom. I want to see it sparkle, and I want to smell. I want to feel like I'm about to pass out.
Right.
Like when you feel you're about to hit the tile, that's when
Mhm.
you know your job is done and that it is
You're like,
it's
ooh,
time.
like I'm gonna
Yes.
puke and
Yes. I'm gonna puke, pass out, and that's when you know the ancestors will whisper, "You're done, my child." Like, you're done. Like that's it. Like, okay,
that's
I'm feeling
hilarious.
woozy here. Like, okay, I'm about to lose consciousness. And okay, that means
Okay.
we bleached it enough.
We
Like
have
we have enough
arrived.
chemicals in here. We have arrived. Like your toilet is sizzling from God knows what you threw in there. Like it's like a cauldron bubbling. I'm like, yes, we're
Yeah,
disinfecting. We're working.
you have as many children as you have.
I'm telling you, that's a lot of ass cheeks, and a lot of
It's a lot.
I
It's
need
a lot.
bleach. I
And
need
wait
bleach.
until they get until their teens.
The boys,
I'm
my
praying for
Drew,
you
I
now.
mean,
I'm praying
I'm
for
like,
you
why do
now.
you piss like that? Why is there piss on the floor? Like, how did you miss the whole
The
giant
whole bowl.
and even with the seat up, it's like, but you still missed.
Yeah. Yeah. My I'll tell you,
How?
nothing sets me off like sitting down and feeling even a
Wet.
drop of wet.
Yes, it's like, what is that? Because I'm pretty sure no one sanitized the seat before I sat down.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure it's not water because I
It's
don't think
not
anyone
water.
came in here and
Exactly.
washed their hands. This is dick water.
This is dick water. Dick water.
This is dick water, and I am disgusted. And then it like gets on your butt cheeks or your thigh, like depending on where it is,
Yep,
and you
yep,
just
yep.
like,
Oh my God. And like I have
mm,
to take a couple steps back emotionally before I like go out guns blazing and I like wear
right,
my full Aries fury. And I'm just
hmm
like, okay, who was the last person to use the bathroom?
right. How old is this person? Is it the
Right,
little one? It's like,
right,
okay,
right.
I'm not gonna like go out there and choke slam a 4-year-old. A 7-year-old, it's like you're fair game at this point.
You're fair game.
You've been holding this thing for how
If
long
you can
now?
run away from me fast enough, you are
Right.
liable.
So I'm like, I'm hoping it's not Jason. Well, it's definitely not that one because, he's a boy and he's not 2 yet.
He can.
He's just trying to not choke on Cheerios, at this point. You know how boys are. Sophia and Sarai, they're not gross, and they sit.
Right.
And if they sprinkle while they tinkle, they're
Right.
a sweetie and they wipe the seedy.
Oh, I did
You
you
like that? I saw that somewhere many years ago, and I'm like, if you sprinkle when you tinkle, be a sweetie and wipe the seedy. I was
I
like,
love that.
that has literally stuck with me for like 20 something years.
Clearly.
Literally, they get like it stuck with me. I'm like, I like that. So they're sweeties, they wipe the seedies. Aiden
Mhm.
has like a little wall urinal that's really cute,
Okay.
like a little frog.
Oh,
And
cool. Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
pees in that.
Okay.
And most of the time, Aiden still pees sitting down.
Okay.
So that leaves two culprits. Is it the big Drew?
Mm.
Little Drew? Which
Mm.
Drew is it?
And when
Which
you say the
Drew's
big Drew,
water is
you're
it?
talking about your husband, right?
Yes,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
old Drew.
when I tell you that I find out it's my husband, I'm like, I'm equal parts happy and infuriated because I get to really let him have it. I'm like,
Yeah.
how dare you? Like, are you what are you thinking? Like literal, I just go,
Oh,
I'm like, not acceptable. Whereas like
I'm
if
just
it's
like,
children, you're like,
why?
okay,
Yeah.
I have to tell you in a way with the mother tone. But if it's
Right.
yeah,
And it's
then
like, please let me know, if you piss all over the floor in the seat,
yeah,
wipe
exactly.
it
It's like
up
we're
or
not
let
supposed
me
to do
know.
that, remember? Maybe a little tough love in there, but
Yes.
it's still mother
Yeah.
tone. When
And
it's
I'm
your
like, point the
husband.
ding ding. I'm gonna aim the ding ding into the hole, like pay attention. Point it down. Ding ding in the hole, like this huge circle
Right.
here. It's like a big old target. I'm like, point it
Right.
down in the hole. Like
Right.
that's the game that we're gonna
Ultimate
play. Don't piss
exactly.
backwards. Like don't piss at the seat itself, the lid. No.
Oh,
No.
oh my God, when
The
that happens, it's so annoying to clean the back of the toilet.
yes, because you have
It's
to
got
like
the
really get in
hinges.
there. The
You're like,
hinge. Oh my God, there's a toilet upstairs. And it's a smaller toilet, but the way it's attached,
mm,
like to the oh my God, that seat is fucked. And he'll manage to like piss under where the connection is. And then it trickles down into like the base of the toilet. and then it's just like it smells like piss. And I'm
Ugh.
like,
How?
I know this is your urea all over here. And it's all, oh my God, it was so bad. It was like caked up once. It was like a piss cake.
Yeah.
I was like literally like scraping it and spraying bleach on it.
I
And I was
remember I
livid.
remember when Rafa was little. That was like that was those were trials and tribulations.
Yeah. I'm like, what is this piss? It's like, you know what? It's like piss peanut brittle. That's what it was like.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Pissy peanut brittle. And I'm like, it's so golden. I'm like, it's so concentrated, so pure. But it
It's
was
so pure. You're dehydrated.
right. I'm like, and how long has this piss been here? Like here I am thinking I'm doing something. And then I lift up, like detach the whole seat, like from the toilet, like separated from itself. And I'm like, oh, piss brittle here. This is disgusting.
Piss
And I'm
brittle.
like, no matter how much I spray the bleach, I'm like, I smell pee. And I'm like,
Yeah.
am I crazy? It's like,
Yeah.
is it like, scent memory at this point that if I
Right,
come into
right,
his
right.
bathroom, I smell pee? And Sophia's like, no, it just always smells like pee in here. That's why I don't use that bathroom. He's
Oh
disgusting.
my God. Sophia's hilarious.
She's like, I'm not
It's like,
doing that. That's gross. Yeah, she will come all the way downstairs. Like, I'm not using that. He pees in there. He's disgusting, mom. And I'm like, this is gross.
yeah.
Sarai just gets in and gets out. It's like survival mode for her. But Sophia's like, hell no. I'm coming downstairs. She was like, it'll be 4 o'clock in the morning. She's not using that bathroom. She's coming downstairs. She was
Right.
like, not using that.
She's like, no, thank you. It's
She's like,
simple.
no.
Simple logic.
Like,
no.
yeah, no, right. Like simple logic. Let me think about it. No.
No. Period.
No, period. But we got a new seat. Here's the hoping. And maybe I should draw a target at the bottom of the toilet. Like piss here. And I'm
Right,
hoping that
right,
works.
right. There like I remember there's like these little things that you can get that you put them in there and it's like for target practice. But you can use Cheerios too. I've heard of that. You put Cheerios in
Oh.
there and then it's like try to hit the Cheerios.
Interesting. So it's like target practice.
Exactly.
Cheerios are so multifaceted.
Mm,
Wow.
yes,
And
they
here
lower
I
your
thought they were,
cholesterol and they're piss
eh,
targets. Mhm.
I only thought they were for arts and crafts and cholesterol, but here
Oh,
we are.
right,
Oh, and
exactly.
sustenance.
Yes.
And
Oh,
sustenance.
right, and sustenance.
And sustenance. Thank you, Cheerios. Here we are. Piss practice. I like it. I'm gonna roll with that.
There you go.
Thanks.
There you go. Tips and tricks of the trade.
The
The
more you
more you
know.
know.
Yes, the shooting star just goes across. Thanks. All
Oh
right.
my
So
God.
I have a question for you.
Oh my God, I'm excited and
And
nervous,
I'm
but
like, I know you're going to be nervous. That's why I let you know. It's like when people say, oh, we need to talk, but we'll talk later.
right. Oh, I love that.
Don't
Yeah,
do
that's
that.
my
Like, don't
favorite.
do that to me. Like, don't tell me that because now
If somebody says that to me, I'm not gonna lie, I get a little excited because I'm like, if you sprung something up on me and I'm gonna act how I'm gonna act, that's on you.
that's on you because you could have let me know and I could have been scared. If it's going to make me angry, I can be calmer. Who was that? Drew? Hi, Drew. Yes. What do you need? What do you want? Come here. Come. You can stand up.
Come hither.
We were just talking about you.
What's up,
Hi.
buddy?
Hi.
What do you
Hi.
need?
Pickles.
You want pickles? We don't have pickles.
I love
Yes, we
pickles.
do.
Sweet pickles
We have
or
pickles? Oh, we do have yes, pickles. We still have them.
Yeah.
Ask your dad to get you some, please. I'm busy. Like, don't you read the room?
Oh,
Dad
I'll
can get them.
some.
No, you're not getting them yourself. Ask your father to get them for you. Don't touch that pickle jar. I'm watching you, Pee Brittle.
oh
Pee
my God,
Brittle.
so fun. He is a twin
Austin,
of
right?
Aiden.
Oh no, him and Jason are twins. I'm gonna send you the baby pictures of him and Jason. They look exactly alike. And then I'll show you a picture of Andrew and him, like when Andrew was his age.
Yeah.
He looks exactly like him. That's why my mother-in-law is like obsessed with him because he looks just like Andrew. Like, I mean, he couldn't deny him if he wanted to. Maury would just be like, "Sir, we're wasting our time here. Like, I know you want to be on TV, but
We know you
we're
want to be
wasting
on
our
Maury,
time.
but
We want to be on Maury, but you
oh,
are
so
the
funny.
father. No,
You are
no
the
blood work
father.
needed. No blood work is needed. Like,
That's so funny. That's funny. We decided to
love it.
bypass the test. So you
Like we just like we're not doing this. Like
We're not doing it.
there was an episode. Oh my gosh, totally off track, of course.
Yes,
So
please.
two white parents. I mean, white. Like could have lived in like Idaho, Iowa.
Yeah,
Like,
Appalachian Mountains.
white. Just they're white. Okay, like
Yeah.
they'll do their ancestry. There's probably not a drop of, not even 0.02, 0.003 of anything else. African
Anything
descent.
brown.
No, not brown. There is no melanin, nothing.
Not
Like,
even the
never.
Caucasus Mountains.
Not even. They are just white, okay?
White.
And his family, he said, my family's telling me, I need to do the DNA test because the twins are mine. These twins look straight up like Dominican, maybe Puerto Rican. And they're white. I mean, like,
Shut up.
Barbie looked at him. You know how the crowd normally boos the father. You know how it is, no matter what the story
Right,
is.
right.
They're like, they saw the pictures of the twins. They're like, oh, it was a boy and a girl. Like, oh, like those are light skinned Black children. Like, they, no, just, mm-mm.
It's like there's a quiet over the crowd. Like,
yes, they
who's
were
gonna
like,
say something first?
Right. They didn't boo him or anything. They're like, are we going to do this? Maury's looking at the babies. And he's looking at her. He just, keeping on, like, for appearances. We all knew. And yeah, those babies are definitely half Black. Like, those are Tyrone's kids. Like, hands down. Like, those are not his. Okay. Those are not Aaron or Balake. Those were Tyrone's children, okay? And the results came out. Shocker, he was not the father. And here she is just shocked. Like, I don't know. I don't know how this happened. You tripped on a dick that was Black and fell in it. And then,
wee.
oops, wee. And
while
then you
we're
got pregnant. Splash. Like, that's exactly what happened. You had sex with a Black person, and the sperm met the egg, and he said hello twice, and then he got fertilized, and that's it. Like, those kids were Black. Like, they look like they were from the South Bronx. Like, they look very Puerto Rican or Dominican, like, or Cuban. Like, they just look not. Yeah. Like, if you can, okay, they have a white mom or a white dad, but somebody else in the picture is Black.
Yeah.
Like, and not Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Yes, not like Meghan Markle Black either. Like, Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, their children can pass as white.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
No. There was no dilution there. They are the diluted ones, but that sperm wasn't diluted. That's straight up.
That was the real deal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I'll never forget that episode. It like stayed with me. It's been like 6 years now. That's hilarious. So and that's the only one where the audience was just like,
we don't feel good about this.
We don't feel good. We can't even boo this man. Like,
they're like, we want our money back because this is not the drama we want.
And Maury is like, did this make it past? Like, who saw this? Like, why are they on our show? Maybe they needed shits and giggles and laughs.
Oh my God. It's so funny.
Those results were not surprising.
Are not the
not. And it was like,
like the Barbie meme where it's like,
right, or like what is the Star Trek?
Oh, right.
Trek? Yeah, with Captain Kirk, like the cartoon version of him. Like say word. Like really? Since like it's okay. She was holding on to that lie. Like she was riding to the end. It's like those are his children.
Oh my God.
This man, like I said, was like this is like the whitest couple, like from Minnesota, don't you know?
Don't you know there now?
Don't you know? Like, yes, don't you know there, buddy? Like, no. Like, no, I mean like they eat casseroles, like tuna casseroles and things like that. Like that man,
like they put like French onion crisps over the casserole.
What I've never had casserole, but I think they use that. Oh, my earring jumped ship. It said we're not doing this today.
Did it really?
Yeah.
It was like, nope.
It was like not the earring. It was like, I'm out. I'm out. Not doing this today. But yeah, I'll just leave it out.
That's too funny. Yeah, you just
that was like my hat covers all.
That covers all.
Yes. So the question I wanted to ask you, because you see it a lot in social media and it's often,
Uh,
why do brown women feel the need
mm,
like to over sexualize themselves to be
mm,
seen as appealing or
mm.
attractive to men? Why do you think that is?
Well, there's the short
Ooh, I love your
answer.
answers. I want your answers. They're so deep, and I'm like, this is gonna be a nice one, something I can't even like communicate.
It's too,
Yes.
it honestly is like, yeah, like it feels close to home for sure.
Mm,
Yeah. And I think that honestly, I think we are, and of course, this is a generalization, but it's
hmm
like a common trope of just
Right.
like seeing, we see it in reality television, we see it in a lot
hmm
of things. I mean, looking at AD, who, by the way, is a class A woman, but she still, there was still this sexualization of her. And it's like,
Right.
how do we escape that, but where does it come from first? And I think that that's really the first question, is like, where does it come from, which I think is the
hmm
right question for you to be asking. And
Yeah.
I think that the reality is that it comes from and hopefully like this next generation will feel less of that pressure, but I think it's because we've been sexualizing little brown girls for,
hmm
for so long, right? Like even when you look at dress codes, or just,
hmm
if you look at brown girls, we have curvier bodies, we,
Right.
have a tendency to develop faster, and because of that, we're sexualized. Because of that,
hmm
either we are actively, what is it, like, we'll actively be preyed on, right? We'll
hmm
actively be preyed on, or people will talk about us and about sexual subjects like without us.
Unsanctioned.
Yeah, exactly, like I
Yeah,
like,
like,
you know
okay, we're not
yeah,
here for that.
we'll be called
Yeah,
old
absolutely.
souls, we'll be called mature, we'll be called all these things, especially by
hmm
people who are predators. And so there's this subconscious part of us that already is exposed to this idea that, one, we are sexually desirable. So now we have to go through the growth of and the learning curve of
hmm
what does that mean to be sexually desired at a certain point. And especially nowadays, there's this whole, like being unapologetic about who you are and
hmm
embracing your sexuality and all this stuff. And for women, and for a group of women who have already been sexualized, as opposed to like trying to bring out and have a sex positive attitude,
hmm
a lot of us, we've already been there, right? And
Right.
we already have this sex positive attitude because it was normalized for us. It was already normalized for us. And now we have this almost expectation that, hey, you should be sex positive. You should
Yes.
be embracing your body. You should be doing, and it's like,
hmm
but I think it's foolishness, right? It's foolish
Yeah.
because it's foolish for us to believe that just because you have a nice body, you need to sexualize that body. Um, and it's really, I think it's trauma just trying to express itself.
Yes, absolutely. And I feel like, especially in like the Black community, like, so there are these videos on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen them or not.
Hmm.
They're like dating videos, like
Okay.
20 females versus like one rapper or
Oh
influencer
yeah,
or
I've
something
seen. Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Have
yeah.
you seen
Wait,
those?
is
Oh,
it
you
with
watch
the
that?
English guys from England?
No, they have ones with Black people. So
No,
it's a
they're black. They're black. They're like
no, no,
African
no,
black.
not them. But I think they came from them, but now they have infiltrated America and they're Americans. So
Oh,
it's like a whole different, oh yeah.
oh
One of them is
no.
like Ryan with the sauce. I love him personally. And another one, good one is No Love Mar. And who was the rapper? It was Waka Flocka. He was one of them. And
Oh.
this woman, the first thing she says to him is, oh, she was subjectively dressed from what I recall. And she would just be saying everything she could do for him sexually, like, oh, I'll suck this, I'll do that, and I swallow. And I like the first thing he was like, okay. He was like, you don't need to be saying all that. You're disrespecting yourself. And I really appreciated the fact that he actually checked her and said that. And it's sad that it took a stranger, but I'm happy that he said it, especially as a Black male, because you see the videos and the culture. The women are so overly sexualized, and they feel like that's what they need to do to be seen as worthy, appealing, as the only thing they have to offer is their bodies. It's like, but what about what's in here? And it's nice to see that he actually said that. And there's been a couple other ones. They're like, damn, put some clothes on, say something for their imagination.
Wow.
I mean, the only thing
That's
not
amazing.
showing is their, yes, and the only thing not showing is their lips at this point, like their pussy lips. It's like, baby, we see everything else but your labia. And if we zoom in, we can probably see that.
We do have a no pink policy.
I mean, basically, that might be in the dress code. Like that's like no labia is allowed. Like we don't want to see that. Keep those little meat flaps tucked away, And it's just like it was really refreshing to see a Black man, in the rap, game say something like this and kind of bring it to light. Yeah, he's like, and he's older. Waka is almost 40.
I was gonna
so
say,
been there. Yeah, he's older.
That's cool he was on there.
Yeah, it was. I was like, oh, Waka Flocka, and they had a couple other folks, and it's just like, you don't need to be out there. You can be sexy and all that. But the fact that you feel like all you have to offer is your body is very sad. Right. And I really wish, we could change that narrative. Right. And I feel like a lot of it comes from like colonial times. When they went and colonized these countries, this wasn't the norm for them. They weren't used to seeing like naturally curvy women, like body, BAWDY. They were just seeing. They were seeing body. Now they see body, yada, 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 yada. You know what I'm saying? They're seeing body. Like the bodies are bodying, okay? Like
the bodies are bodying. Literally, I'm sure that was the vibration going through their mind when they were seeing these women and going, I have no idea what's happening right now.
Like, is that a cuff under the ass? Like, can you grab that thing? It's like, it's sitting. It's like,
yes,
it's heavy.
Totally.
I mean, it was totally foreign to them, to the fact that we were put on display and like freak shows and things like that because they've never seen it. And the same thing with the men; they weren't used to seeing like penises that large. Right. You know what I mean? It's like we've just been overly sexualized, like as a whole, to the people
objectified,
kind of objectified, right? Because they weren't used to seeing something like that. Because Black men, brown men, they could be sexualized too. And objectified.
100%,
like some
100%.
Sick fantasy.
And they are.
And you'll hear it. Yeah, and you'll hear people say it too. Yeah. Or even like when you look at screenshots, like I'm in Facebook groups and women like are on these dating apps and they'll get white men that say, oh, I would just love to kiss a Black woman or have sex with a Black woman. And then on the flip side, they'll say that, white women may say that to a Black man. It's like, what in the shit? Like, why can't I just be attractive for me? Like, why do you have to put the Black woman or Black man
on
it? In front of it?
Why does it have to have a lens? Why does it have to have a lens? Like, why can't we just be who we are in our authenticity and like just be cool with us first
and be cool with it
and just be cool with it. Just be cool with it
because it's given like slavery, sex role play, and nobody wants like 100%. That's not for me. And people out there do it. Like that's a kink for folks, and I'm like,
I almost think that that's kind of reverse what Kanye does. Is like to take the power back.
Yeah, like I feel like that's what it is. It's like, now you put it that way, that's a good way to put it. That's interesting. I never thought about it that way.
Power back.
He's taking his power back. We may not like it. The world may not like it. They think he's crazy.
But he makes us all feel very uncomfortable. But
he's taking that shit back. You're right. He is. He's doing that, and you're right. But that was the question that I asked.
No, that I really appreciate.
I know you'd like that.
I appreciate that because it's. I think that this is well, and I think there's a lot of different elements here too. Like I think there's also just that the weight of Black love, and you see the pressure of Black love and making that happen. And I think that a lot of women, like just to your point, feel the burden of, and I was reading this article, you know, it was like, it was reflecting on the whole AD situation, AD
Mm-hmm.
and Clay situation. And it was very
Right.
much like, you know, aside from them, it's so common for women, for Black women, to carry the burden of
Mm-hmm.
accepting Black men who are not ready, babying them.
Yeah,
And
listen, yes, they want a Barbara the Builder, and baby, that is not me. I will not build a man. I am so
the
sorry.
builder.
Like, especially at this age, no, you need to
Right.
come built, fully constructed. Like, I am not your
Mm.
mother. And
Yes.
in Clay's situation, his brokenness didn't come from his mother because his
Right.
mother is put to Miss Margarita,
Oof.
you know.
In Margarita we trust.
Yes, Miss Margarita. Oh, what's going on? Miss Margarita, I'm telling you, like, she is like the essence of like
She
a strong Black woman that's like wise, put together. Like when you think of
she's like a deity.
like
Like
a
she's
Black
like a
matriarch, yeah,
perfect,
she's ascended.
she's
Like,
exemplary. She's an exemplary
yes,
example
like
of like what you
third
want
eye
to
is just
channel.
sitting there. I can see her third eye. It's just sitting there. She just like she
Mm.
floats. She is
Yeah.
like,
Mm.
yes. Like, oh, Miss Margarita's here. She kind of floats into the room and like she just takes off her hooded cloak and she's like, what questions may I answer for you today? I will bestow my knowledge. You know what I mean? She's one of those. So I know his damage, you know, didn't definitely didn't come
For
from him,
real.
from her. It definitely came from his mom. But
Yeah.
it's
From his
like
dad, yeah.
right, his dad. I'm sorry, Miss Margarita, from his dad. Don't come for me.
Don't come
But
for me.
yeah, it's like we're supposed to be okay with settling for less. And like,
Mhm.
oh, he'll get it together, or you better stick with him. No other group of people, you know, is
Mhm.
expected to be subjected to that. We're supposed to be
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
okay, we know we'll stick with it no matter what and accept the bare minimum. You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
no.
right, right.
Like,
For the sake of Black love, for the sake of,
right.
and while, and it's a perfect example of like a sentiment that is coming from like just pure love, right? And
Mm-hmm.
from a sense of like self-love and
Right.
like that's where it's coming from, right? But
Mm-hmm.
but it's it naturally, right? Because it's an ideology, and within ideology and execution, it's flawed. And the
Yeah.
flaw is this idea of like Black love and nothing else. And it it
Mm-hmm.
it insinuates it insinuates sacrifice, right?
And it goes back to like slavery time. You
And
know
that's
what I mean? Like
exactly it. It goes right
it
back, and it just creates this vicious cycle of not
mm-hmm.
wanting better for
Right. And just like
the
accepting like
community.
the bare minimum,
Exactly.
accepting the bare minimum. Like, okay, well, this is what we gave you, and this is all you have, and this is all you'll ever be. So just be happy with this. And it's like,
Yes.
no, no,
That
I
and
don't
that
like
is
that.
and that's what that needs to be said,
Mm-hmm.
because it's easy to get lost in the narrative of like sacrifice for your people, right? Sacrifice and like don't forget your people and feel all this guilt, and then that's the narrative that plays out when in reality, right? What's underneath that is in and of itself that racial undertone of like, because this is
Mm-hmm.
all you deserve to begin with.
Right.
This is like you should sacrifice. You want to know why? Because this is as good as it gets. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
that's sad. That's
It's kind of fucked.
it's
Like,
super
like
fucked.
it's
It's
super fucked.
kind
It's
of
like
fucked.
that's the mindset.
It's fucked.
It's super. It's bad. It's bad, and it's like
It's
it's just a
bad.
downward spiral. And it's like you would think that the way times are and all the opportunities we
Mhm,
have and all the examples we see, like, but
mhm.
some people have changed and learned and they're
Yeah.
understanding. They're trying to grow, but like the
Yeah.
overall masses, it's like they're not. It's not connecting. Like it's not syncing.
Yeah. I feel like it's definitely, and I always feel weird saying this because I don't like the statement, but it's also always true, and that's that it's better than it used to be. And while that's true,
Yeah.
there's a ton of room for growth. There's a ton of
Mm-hmm.
room to do better. And
Absolutely.
I do see, just to Love is Blind, example, you have a lot of beautiful Black men on that
Mm-hmm.
show that have
Yeah.
boys that are eloquent, that are professionals. And,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've talked about this. Like my exposure out here in my adulthood, I've been on the West
Yeah.
Coast. And in my adolescence, I was on the East Coast. And yeah, on the East Coast, I mean, shoot, like, my black boyfriends, they cheated on me, but we were also in like, junior high or whatever.
High school, right.
Yeah,
So it
and
was
I'm
like,
like,
okay, you took it
whatever,
with a
like
grain of
boys be
salt.
boys. Exactly. It's like that's childish stuff. I came out
Mm-hmm.
here and I didn't think of it as because I was on the West Coast. I just thought of it because I was like, oh, well, the generation is growing and people are growing. Because out here,
Mm-hmm.
all you see are professional, like you see black love, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
they're
Not
healing,
struggle love.
it's
Not
not
struggle
struggle
love.
love, it's not struggle love, it's real
Like,
black love. You know what I mean? It's real
like,
black love.
yeah.
You know,
Like, right. They're not struggling. They're not
no,
subjecting
and they're
themselves. You see
I'm dying. That was so funny. It was like Naruto. What is the name? Naruto.
him?
I'm dying. Oh my God, that's so funny. Ugh.
It's okay, but you just keep that in.
Oh my God, yes.
You should keep that in. That's hilarious.
Because you can't see anybody's face, so but it is
A blue
hilarious.
ninja. Come up here. You can't see him. You want to say hi?
So
Right
hey. Oh
here.
my God, you're so big.
I know. She's so old. She said, you look so big. I don't know. She's like, I don't know what to say. She's like, this is weird. You going to Sephora? No, she can hear. I have my headphones in, but she's going to Sephora with dad.
Oh, nice. Just
Bye.
checking you. Bye.
She was. She helped me with my lips, make sure I look good. She helped my makeup.
Ooh,
This is a necklace
really?
I'm wearing. Thank you, Sophia. Necklaces. Bye,
Wow.
Sophia.
Sophia's on point.
Yeah,
She knows what's up.
yeah. She listen.
She understands the
I'm
assignment
like,
always.
she does. They're like, who's your glam team? Oh, Sophie G. Who's that?
Hello.
That's the.
You don't know?
You don't know. You better ask somebody.
It's so hard, baby, to play nice, baby, to be so cool. It's so hard, baby. I'm struggling, baby. What you do?
Thanks for listening to Gooped and Gagged with Vanessa and Pilar. New episodes every week. See you next time. You were just listening to the Gooped and Gagged podcast with Vanessa and Pilar. And you just heard I'm Trying by our girl Reina Brito. You can find her on Spotify and the album from which that song came from on the record. Check her out, and we'll see you next week.